And then, as you move up levels from Pee Wee to middle school to high school to college, you really don't know until you go take that next step and play. And that's the hard thing. There's two different systems and it's two different games, and it's just a hard position. It's probably I call it one of the most rewarding jobs on the planet, but probably one of the toughest. And each step you move up the ladder, it gets tougher, and it's just a tough thing. But I think I'll end it with saying it's probably just not enough QBs on the planet to meet the demand.
Jared, how much control did you have at kind of the line of scrimmage in the system? I know people assume certain things about a spread. How much do you think that can help your transition to?
Yeah, I was in control a lot as far as protections, route combos, running plays, and everything in between. Line of scrimmage, I was changing a lot of stuff, and it's something that'll definitely, I think, translate well and I can carry with me to the next level.
And Coach, he's the number one of the number ones, and there's so much anticipation about him playing. How are you going to temper your enthusiasm or your thoughts on him into action and getting him started and rolling?
Jim, it's really simple. It's we're going to have a rookie minicamp this weekend, an orientation we refer to, and then the guys are going to come back, stick around and visit with the coaches. We're going to have OTAs, we're going to have training camp practices, and that's where all our focus goes. That's where it all starts. And so it's about football. It's about winning games and preparing Jared with the rest of his teammates to get ready for this season. All the other stuff, the enthusiasm, excitement, and everything we're experiencing here now in LA. It's great. It's going to carry over into the attendance and just all that. It's going to help us win games and help us sign players. But our focus is football. That's what we do. That's why we're here.
Jared, I know that Coach mentioned the fact that Everett Ferragamo got to come in and visit with you for a little bit. He talked about it, but what did that moment kind of mean to you?
Really, really cool, real special. Obviously, grew up watching those guys being former Rams quarterbacks, and now me stepping into that role. It's really cool. We get a chance to meet them, and hopefully get a chance to pick their brain a little bit later.
Jared, obviously being here in Los Angeles, you're going to have a lot of opportunities / a lot of potential distractions. Have you thought about managing some of the things that present themselves here in Los Angeles?
Yeah, I think it goes back to what Coach Fisher was just saying. My main focus is going to be winning games and playing well on the field, and all that stuff is great, like you said, for attendance and hype. But at the same time, I'm going to be really focused on being the best player I can be, the best teammate I can be, the best leader I can be, and let all that stuff take care of itself.
That's what older sisters for.
Now, Coach Fisher, you're no stranger to coaching great quarterbacks, as you coached up Steve McNair before. It's only the second day of Jared being an LA Ram, but what do you see in him in terms of whether it's quality, character, or gameplay that reminds you a little bit of McNair in any sort of way?
Well, as I've mentioned through the process, that each and every candidate or quarterback, if you will, is different. They have different skill sets and things like that. So you have to be very careful to compare them. But we did go ahead and take Steve, off the draft board as our first quarterback, in the draft. Similarities in just the production on the field, the wins, the red zone efficiency. Steve, people don't realize this, but he did play under center his junior year in a pro-style system, and then got in the shotgun his senior year. And we were very patient. We were very patient with him. And Steve was asked numerous times, when are you going to play? And it's the same thing that Jared said when the coach said, I'm ready to play. And I think we handled it well. They're not going to follow that same model because he's got a different skill set than Steve did.
Is it?
One more. We got one more.
We got two more.
Everything that it took to make this deal happen so you could be in the position to get Jared, this is a historical moment in franchise history. I just want to know less what it means to you, just knowing that you're going to be part of this history, that you're always going to be attached to this.
Well, in our business, like we mentioned, and it's been said a lot, the quarterback position is very important. You know, long-term stability there definitely helps us achieve our goal of consistently contending. So I get, you know, on this side, I can see the history of it, and you're moving up. I think on our side, the football side, it really boils down to a lot of times you try to identify guys like Jared who can help you, but the hardest thing of the equation is actually being able to go get them. So I think for us in the building in football, that's what we remember is a lot of times we say, oh, we'd love to get that guy, but you just can't. Somebody else wants them, you can't go up and get them. So it just happened, you know, in 2016 that Jared was, you know, made himself eligible for the draft, and I'm sure Coach Dykes wished that you didn't, but give him, you know, he did a nice job developing, and guess what? Tennessee Titans were picking one, and they drafted a quarterback last year, and like you said, we identified Jared as the guy we wanted, and once we did that, we were going to go try our best to get him, and you know what? It worked out. Even if it took 8 minutes, it worked out.